within the halls of the Vatican, behind locked doors and whispered secrets, lies a title that has reigned supreme for nearly 2,000 years. A title so mighty that Roman emperors knelt before it, so divisive that it fractured entire civilizations, and so enduring that it still shapes the world today. This is the story of the Pope, a name that echoes through history with reverence, controversy, and mystery. How did this title rise from the ashes of a persecuted faith? Was it truly bestowed by divine will, as some claim? Or was it forged in the crucible of politics, ambition, and centuries of ruthless struggle? Buckle up, because we're about to unravel one of history's greatest enigmas. But before we go into this shadowy tale, make sure to tell us in the comments which country you're watching from, because history is a treasure trove of hidden truths, and we're here to dig them up together. I'm curious to see where our global community of truth seekers is joining us from today.
Before we delve in deeper, please take 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on similar videos. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Back to our discussion.
Let's rewind to the beginning. Picture this. It's the 1st century AD. Christianity isn't the global powerhouse we know today. There's no Vatican, no golden cathedrals, no papal throne. It's a fragile, outlawed movement, a ragtag group of believers hiding in the shadows of the Roman Empire. Persecution is their reality. Arrests, executions, and lions in the Colosseum. At the heart of this fledgling faith stands a man named Peter, a rough-around-the-edges fisherman turned disciple of Jesus Christ. Jesus once told him, "Upon this rock I will build my church." Powerful words, right? Catholics point to this moment as the divine spark that ignited the papacy. But here's the kicker. Peter never once called himself Pope. He wasn't parading around in robes or issuing decrees. In fact, for the first few centuries, Christianity didn't have a single supreme leader at all. So how did we get from a humble fisherman to the pontiff in St. Peter's Basilica? In those early days, the Christian world was a patchwork of communities, each guided by local bishops, overseers in cities like Jerusalem, Antioch, and Alexandria. Think of them as spiritual shepherds, equal in rank, with no one bishop lording over the others. Unity was the goal, but chaos often reigned. Disputes over theology, power, and influence simmered beneath the surface. And then, something shifted, something monumental that would rewrite the course of history. Enter Rome, the pulsating heart of an empire that stretched from Britain to the Middle East. Rome wasn't just a city, it was the city, a symbol of unmatched power and prestige. And it held a trump card no other Christian outpost could claim: the tomb of Peter himself, the so-called Prince of the Apostles. Tradition held that Peter had been martyred there, crucified upside down, and buried beneath what would one day become St. Peter's Basilica. The Bishop of Rome, overseeing this sacred site, began to flex his muscles. He wasn't just a bishop anymore. He claimed to be Peter's rightful heir, the keeper of a divine legacy. This wasn't just a job promotion, it was a seismic power grab. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the title Pope, from the Latin papa, meaning father, started to take root. But not everyone was ready to bow to this rising star. Fast forward to 495 AD. Pope Gelasius I steps onto the stage and drops a bombshell. He declares that the Pope isn't just a leader, he's the leader, with supreme authority over the entire Christian church. No more first among equals. This was a claim to absolute dominion. It was bold, it was audacious, and it was dangerous. Gelasius argued that spiritual power outranked earthly kings, setting the stage for a clash of titans that would echo through the centuries. But this wasn't a unanimous decision. Other bishops, especially in the East, raised their eyebrows. Kings and emperors sharpened their swords. The battle for control was just getting started. And oh, what battles they were! The Pope's growing clout turned history into a battlefield. Take 800 AD, for example. Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, the Frankish warlord, as Holy Roman Emperor in a stunning display of papal muscle. Think about that. A pope didn't just bless an emperor, he made one, proving that the man in the Vatican could shape the destiny of nations. Or jump to 1077, when Emperor Henry IV trekked barefoot through the snowy Alps to Canossa, begging Pope Gregory VII for forgiveness after a bitter power struggle. The Holy Roman Emperor, ruler of half of Europe, humbled before a pope. These weren't just political spats. They were epic showdowns that redefined who held the reins of power. But the Pope's rise didn't come without a cost. In 1054, the tension snapped. The Great Schism tore Christianity in two. The Western Church, loyal to the Pope, became the Roman Catholic Church. The Eastern Church, rejecting papal supremacy, formed the Orthodox Church. It was a divorce of cosmic proportions, two halves of a faith split over this very question of authority. From that moment on, the Pope ruled only the West, while the East charted its own path. And yet, despite this fracture, the papal title endured. Through war, scandal, and corruption, the papacy has weathered storms that would have toppled empires. Think of the Crusades, when popes rallied armies to reclaim holy lands, or the Renaissance, when some popes, like the infamous Alexander VI, turned the Vatican into a den of intrigue, complete with bribery, murder, and illegitimate heirs. Fast forward to today. Pope Francis sits on that same throne, a modern shepherd wielding a title that began with a fisherman's faith. Nearly 2,000 years of history packed into one word: Pope. So here's the million-dollar question. Was this title truly handed down by Jesus through Peter, a sacred baton passed through the ages? Or was it a masterpiece of human invention, crafted through centuries of politics, power plays, and sheer ambition? The answer might depend on who you ask. Catholics see divine providence. Skeptics see a shrewd game of chess. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to hear your take. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. We've got more epic tales coming your way. Secrets of empires, legends of lost worlds, and the untold stories that shaped our reality. So stick around and let's keep exploring the past together.